All right. Well, hi again, everybody. We've got the athletics at the White Sox here for you. I had a feeling when this project started that we would end up featuring the Philadelphia Athletics quite a bit. There's a ball from Bob Cuvazza to Elmer Vallo, and you know what Elmer Vallo likes to do. He likes to take walks. And that's the thing. The Athletics have a number of players. As Vallo hits this one to center field, Scala makes the catch for the out. Athletics have a number of players who like to take walks. They like to hit for power. They like to take their time, and they've got a fairly good pitching staff. It's the sort of team you would expect to go a long way. Juice takes a strike and then a ball, 1-1. The fact that they didn't do that well in 1949 in real life, as Juice takes another strike, means that we probably should look into why that's the case. There's a swing and a miss by Juice. He's out number 2, and here's Ferris Fain. Remember, the Athletics also have that great infield that set the record with all those double plays. Fain takes a strike, then a ball. Record that still stands to this day, by the way. 2-1 now the count on Ferris. It's fouled away, 2-2. They talk a lot about the pitching of the Athletics as that's fouled out. The first baseman, it's Kress, grabs that for the out. We go to the bottom of the first, and Joe Coleman goes to the mound for the Athletics. Here he'll face Don Wheeler. We've talked about that a little bit, the pitching and sort of the lack of control on the part of the Athletics. But, they don't have the worst pitching in the American League. That would be the New York Yankees, who ended up in first place with the most number of walks in real life in the American League. So go figure. 1-1 now the count on Don Wheeler. Foul back, it's 1-2. That's in tie 2-2. That's hit foul. 2-2 the count remains. Liner up the middle, and that's caught by Coleman of all people. So the pitcher, Joe Coleman, doing a great job fielding his position. One away, here's Cass Michaels. Swing and a miss by Michaels, 0-1. There's a ball high. 1-1 on Cass. That's high. 2-1. There's a drive deep left field. Vallo gets there in time. 2 away, and here's Luke Appling. Ball high to Appling. And that's fouled away. 1-1. Slider misses, 2-1. And that's a line drive for a base hit in the whole left side, and that'll bring up Earl Rapp. Runner on at first, 2 out for the White Sox. Bottom of the first. Rapp takes the ball. And then another one, 2-0. That's high. It's 3-0. He'll take this one. There's a strike. 3-1 now the count. That's fouled away. Full count now on Earl. Popped up and out of play. And there's another foul ball. Full count will remain for Rapp, and that's fouled away again. It remains full. And there's a ground ball over to short, juiced over to first. We go to the top of the second. Still no score. And here comes Wally Moses for the Athletics. He's hitting .328. Bob Cuvazza, I didn't spend any time introducing. The pitcher for the White Sox, 3.65 ERA now after that scoreless first inning. Moses hits the 1-2 pitch over to left field for a base hit, and here comes Sam Chapman. Cuvazza, 2-3 record, and he gives up his share of walks, but it's not quite as bad as Philadelphia does. There's a ball to Sam Chapman, and then a ground ball right side, and it's actually Cuvazza who decides to grab that, and he has no play with it. Kressman after it, too. There was nobody even covering first. That's a messed up play there by the Athletics. I'm sorry, by the White Sox, and that's a kind of a classic 49 White Sox play. Here's Hank Majeski, and he bunts this one up in the air and foul, 0-1. Line drive center field, that gets down for a hit, and throw will go home. We'll have Scala try to use his good arm, and the throw is on line, but a little bit late, and the run scores. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. Here now is Nellie Fox. Runners at the corners. And there's a ball, almost a wild pitch by Cuvazza, 1-0. It's off the plate, 2-0 now. There's a strike, 2-1. Ball 3 is off the plate, and it's a grounder up the middle for a base hit. That'll be another single, and here comes Majeski going for third. And this throw by Scala, who does have a good arm, is not quite in time. I think he does. Let me take a quick look here. I always forget which letter is which. No, I think that's the fielding rating. Look at that outfield throw rating is poor. That's why they keep running on him. Runners in the corners again for Joe Astruth. And we're going to see how Wheeler's arm is. And it's not very good either. And so it's a stolen base. Yeah, so the second letter here is the throw rating. Catcher throw rating, fair. Runners on second and third now as Astruth fouls on away. 1-1 the count. Foul ball right side, and it's Michaels making the catch for the out. 1 away, and here comes Jerry Coleman. Runners on second and third. We're not going to walk anybody. We'll just pitch ahead. 1-1 the count quickly on Coleman. Joe Coleman, I should say, not Jerry. I've been playing with the Yankees too much. A fly ball over to center field. Scully gets there in time. He doesn't have the arm, though. The run scores, and Fox moves to third. It's a 3-0 lead. And here comes Elmer Vallo. 2-0 is the count on him very quickly. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss by Vallo. 2-2. Pop up, and that's going to be over in right field. Philly's got that for the out, and we go to the bottom of the second. Now, do the White Sox have a chance to come back? Well, of course they do, but it will be hard in Comiskey Park. You have to realize, as the count goes to 1-1 in Dave Philly, you have to realize that this was definitely a pitcher's ballpark. In fact, for the first, I think it was 8 home games of the season, they moved the fence in about 20 feet over here. I've been talking with people about that in the past. You have a hard time when you're talking about park effects for a season like this when you have changes like that mid-season. It was actually the 49 White Sox, after they moved it back, looking at the disaster that had become their pitching staff as a result, because they were giving up all the home runs. I believe it was after them that that both leagues took on that policy of not allowing those changes in the middle of the season. There's a ground ball over to third base side, and that drops in for a hit. And Philly has a base hit. He's a runner on at first, and that'll bring up Chuck Kress. Kress, first at-bat of the season, and he pops one up and out of play. 0-1 is the count. And there's a strike. It's 0-2 on Chuck. That's low. 1-2. That's the thing. So for people, as Kress takes ball two, for people who take the statistics of baseball so seriously and who think about it as like the gospel truth, it can be very disconcerting to realize that people didn't always think that way about the game, and that stuff that you think is precious was never treated as precious. It's just a game. The ground ball left side through the hole, base hit. Philly will stop at second. No point in getting him thrown out at third when you're down by 3. That'll bring up Jerry Scala. So, hey, maybe there is a chance for Chicago here after all. That's high. 1-0 the count on Jerry. Ground ball third base side, and they Juiced gets that, flips over to Fox for 1, but there's no time to get Scala at first. Now you got runners in the corners, and here comes Floyd Baker. Fastball in tie, 1-0. And there's a strike, 1-1. Ground ball shortstop, and Philly will try to score. And there's another double play. It's Juiced flipping it over to Fox and on to Fain just in time. There's a little bit of grief there first base about that call, but it was in time. We go to the top of the third inning, and it will be Eddie Juiced who takes the ball high. 1-0. Fouled back, 1-1. 2-1, that's high. Pop up, out of play, 2-2. And there's ball 3 outside corner, full count. That's outside, so Juiced is taking a walk. And that's the thing about this Athletics team. They love to take those walks. First one that Kuzava's given up won't be the last. 2-0 the count here on Fain. You see the prophecy's coming true already. It's now 3-0. And there's ball 4. What did I just say? 2 walks in a row by Bob Kuzava, and he's not pitching so well here, is he? There's a bunt by Moses. I'm not sure what he's doing bunting with a 3-0 lead, but it worked. I wasn't expecting that for sure. The runners both move up. And we have 1 away now for Sam Chapman, who takes the ball. Chapman hitting 262. There's a ground ball over to third. Of course, we're going to throw to first. Baker throws to first, let Juice score, and Fain moves to third. It's a 4-0 lead. Here's Hank Majeski. There's a ball outside to Majeski, 1-0, and a strike, 1-1. Shot left center field, and that one will get to the wall, and Majeski gets into second base on that double up the gap. It's a 5-0 lead. Here's Nellie Fox, and there's a ball low to Nellie, 1-0, and there's the strike, 1-1. Up and in, 2-1. Ball 3, and that misses, and pushing the wrong button. And there's a walk for Fox. Yeah, that happens to me from time to time. If you're wondering what happens if you're paying attention up here, let's see, where's my hand? Up, well, I'm not going to be able to show it to you that way. Here you go. This top part of the screen, you'll notice that sometimes when I'm actually pitching, I'll accidentally push 5. It's because I'm used to when there's a 3-0 count, just telling the guy to take it, which is button number 5. It can be hard to remember which team you're controlling. You might laugh. You try doing it. There's a ball to Joe Astruth, and ground ball this time over to third base. Baker's got that, goes to the bag himself. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Be Bob Kuzava, who swings and misses. There's a strike, 0-1, and a slider off the plate, 1-1. Line drive, first base line, foul, 1-2. And boy, that's a strike right down Broadway, and Kuzava just looks at that one, stands there like the house by the side of the road, watches it go by, 1 away. And here's Don Wheeler. Takes a ball and another ball, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1 on Wheeler. Ground ball over to Juice. The shortstop throws to first. 2 gone, and here's Cass Michaels. There's a ball to Cass. 1-0. Fouled away. 1-1. It's outside. 2-1 on Michaels, and that's inside too far. And there's the strike. Full count now on Michaels, and there's the chopper, and that's a infield hit between Coleman and Majeski, and so that'll be hit number 4 of the game for the White Sox. That'll bring up Luke Appling. And there's a ball high to Appling, 1-0. That one misses. 2-0 the count, and that's way off the plate, 3-0. There's a strike finally, so Appling takes that one, 3-1. And that's high. So Coleman now has walked his first. That's walk number 50 of the season in 82 innings. I mean, it's not awful. We've seen worse, right? But that's not where you want to be. Earl Rapp now comes up. And, well, you're down by 5. You swing away. I've been playing too many 1908 games. You're thinking, oh, what am I supposed to do here? I'm supposed to swing away here. That's what happens. 1-1 the count on Rapp. Foul ball, 1-2. Sliders low, 2-2. And that's a ground ball off the mound, but Juiced is there behind it and makes the play and throws to first. We go to the top of the 4th. I'm telling you, this Athletics infield is great. Coleman takes a ball and another ball. Kuzov is 2-0 on the pitcher here. There's the strike, 2-1. There's ball 3. So he's 3-1 on the pitcher, and that one misses, and that's ball 4. And, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you a story, right? So before I started doing these replays, I had a little project I did once. I chose, I think it was the 1985 season, I chose a team at random just to see what would happen. I ended up choosing the Milwaukee Brewers, and I thought, well, this is interesting, right? Because, the 82 Brewers, you have some of the same players, and you got some changes and stuff. I was going to do a solo season. I got about, I don't know, like 20, 25 games in, and then I just couldn't take it anymore. You want to know what that feels like? Try managing the 49 White Sox, like game in and game out. I mean, really bad teams are kind of fun, right? And you see how bad it can get, right? But these teams that are just kind of bleh, yeah. You see stuff like this, you're walking the pitcher, nobody out, top of the 4th, you're down by 5. You're like, why am I doing this to myself? Vallo, the 1-0 pitch, hits that one over to right field. Philly's got it for the out. 1 away. Here's Eddie Juice. Of course, the nice thing about this is I have no rooting interest as Juice takes the ball, and then another ball, 2-0 the count. In fact, I kind of am hoping secretly that the Athletics do well here. I want to see more chaos in the American League. It's 3-0 on Juice. He's going to get a walk here, and he does. There's ball 4. Told you, I have the gift of prophecy. So runners on at first and second. Ferris Fain comes up. And there's a ball to Fain. Kuzava has walked 5 in less than 4. There's a strike, swing, and a miss. And there's another strike outside corner, 1-2 on Fain. A little bit generous with that call. And that one misses. It's 2-2 now on Ferris. There's a ball high, full count on Fain. And that's wide again. It's ball 4, walk number 6 for Kuzava. He's walked 42 this season. Has pitched only 64 innings. So both pitchers are prone to the walk. Moses pops that one up third base side, and it ends up being foul. Was that clearly a foul ball near the plate? Yeah, I suppose. So it's kind of down here in this region. 0-1 the count on Wally. That's high, 1-1. But the way the Kuzava is pitching, you just take everything, right? 2-1 the count. Don't even go up with a bat. Seriously, I mean, just go up there and stand there and watch him throw 4 straight balls. And there's another ball, and that's ball 4. And Kuzava's walked in the run. It's a 6-0 lead. And now we got to take a look at this. And so he's kind of coming up next. All right, so, as you can tell, this is sort of like video at night. And this game's kind of a blowout. This is why we're adding in editorial commentary. I'll tell you, as far as I'm concerned, normally I think we'll take him out right now. Now, I like to get him up for the next at-bat, so it's a little bit more natural. It's kind of a bias that I have. But, of course, if he gives up the Grand Slam home run, then we'll have to do it. Chapman takes a strike and a ball out and away, 1-1. And that's inside for a ball, 2-1 on Sam. Foul back, it's 2-2. Fouled away, 2-2 still. Right center field, and Scala's got that for the out, and of course the runner will score. We've seen what Scala's arm is like. What fool put this guy out in center? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've made the lineups. We'll have to change this in the future. Maybe Philly should be playing in center. Oh, dear, yeah, that's a mistake. 7-0 for the Athletics, and here comes Hank Majeski. 2-0 is the count on Majeski right away, and that's fouled away, 2-1. Ground ball over to Appling, throws to first, and that does it. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and here is Dave Philly. Grounds that over to Nelly Fox. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Chuck Kress, who takes a strike. Hits that to center field. There's 2 out, just like that. How about that? Jerry Scala hits a base hit through the left side, and so the White Sox finally showing a little bit of life, and here comes Floyd Baker. Takes the ball. 256 is what he's hitting. High and tight, 2-0. There's the strike. 2-1 on Baker. It's inside 3-1. And that's outside and low. How about that? So Coleman ends up walking his second, and that brings up Kuzawa. And look at what I can do. Look at what I can do all of a sudden. How is Mekovic's arm is my question. He's got an average arm. So that's what we're going to do here. I think. That is what we're going to do. Pinch hit. How fast are you? Let's see here. Scala. He's very good. Scala, I'm sorry, is very good for running. So we will keep him in, but we will take him out, I think, after this. After his adventures in center field. There's a ball to Mekovic and another ball high, 2-0. And that baby is gone right center field over Chapman and Moses' head for a home run. I was just talking about how, they had moved the fences in because it was so hard to hit home runs in Comiskey. And here, what does Mekovic do? He hits a pinch hit home run. Now, I'm curious. I'm always curious about this sort of thing. Look, 5 in real life, so it's okay. Yeah, he did hit home runs in real life, but we always check. If it's Diamond Mine, we got to check. Don Wheeler takes the ball and then a strike, 1-1. 7-3 Athletics. I better be on my best behavior because this might turn into a good game. 2-2 the count on Don. And that's a liner of shallow left field, and Vallow and Juiced are both converging, and they can't get there in time, and Wheeler has a hit. Number 7 for the White Sox, and here comes Cass Michaels. He fouls one away. And there's a slider high, 1-1. It's a strike, 1-2. Line drive off of the glove of Fox. He slows that one up. That puts runners at the corners. Here comes Luke Appling. I'm telling you, these White Sox might come back. Well, all that bad stuff I said about them, just forget about it. There's a foul ball by Appling. Ground ball, shortstop, Juiced on to first, and we will go to the top of the 5th inning. So Mekovic will go over to center. That way we can keep Philly and right. Do we want to do anything with like Appling? Yeah, we might as well. I don't know. 7-3. Frank Hancock has like not played at all this season. We might as well do something like this and just sort of give him some time to play. Why not? Why not? I mean, you think, well, we want to be competitive and stuff. I mean, the White Sox aren't going to win anything in this season anyway. We know that. So let's put Bill Evans out there to pitch, and let's have a little bit of fun here, shall we? So here comes Nelly Fox up to hit, takes a strike. Hancock, the new shortstop, and Mekovic is in center. 1-1 now on Fox, fouls one away. It's 1-2. That's in there for a ball, 2-2, and there's a swing and a miss up and in, and there's one away. Next hitter is Joe Astruth. Takes a strike, 0-1. And that's hit deep to left, but Rapp goes back and gets it, 2 away. That's what we're used to in Comiskey. 2 gone, here's Joe Coleman. Takes a strike and another one, 0-2. That's the way you pitch to the pitcher, don't walk him. 1-2 now. 2-2, that missed. A swing and a miss by Coleman, down he goes, and we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Earl Rapp comes up here for the White Sox, and that fastball misses 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Pop up Fox and Juiced, it'll be Fox, 1 away. Philly takes a strike, 0-1. And apparently that pitch hit him. I'm guessing from the commentary that he didn't think it hit him, but Philly was apparently hit by that pitch, and he goes and walks over to first base. You remember those old stories about what was it? Wasn't it Charles Comiskey or Connie Mack, one of the two, who was the catcher and who could do a little click, with his tongue, and that made it sound like it was a foul tip, but then hold on to the ball, and he struck out. I wonder if that wasn't one of these here. Make a little bit of a or something with your mouth. I'm not very good at it, obviously. Make it sound like you got hit by the pitch, and just go take a stroll down to first and see if they say you can't do it, huh? Chuck Kress takes the ball and fouls it off his foot, 1-1, and that's outside. 2-1 on Kress. That's high. It's 3-1. He'll take this one, and that's a strike. Full count now on Chuck. And he went around to that. Strike 3. So 2 strikeouts there for Joe Coleman, 2 away. And here's Fred Hancock for his second at-bat this season. 2-0 the count on Fred. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. That's high. 3-1 the count. And of course he swings. I should have told him not to swing. It's a pop-up over to right. Moses has it. We go to the top of the 6th. Elmer Vallo up there takes a ball. And then another ball. What else is new? Valmo with a 2-0 count. We've seen a lot of that. 2-1 now as he fouls one away. Now it's 2-2. Vallo's walked 45 times this season as he takes ball 3. 45 times walking. He has 190 at-bats. In real life, he walked 119 times as opposed to 547 times at-bat. I think he's going to surpass 119 in this season. Foul ball. Full count remains. That's inside, and there's ball 4. That's 46, right? I mean, just wait. Just wait. You know, bookmark this video, come back and watch it again. When we're finally done with this season in another year or so, go look at the final stats that I'll post, and you will see Vallo with more walks than he had in real life. I guarantee it. Eddie Juice takes a ball, 1-0. There's another ball, 2-0. There's a base hit up the middle, and that puts runners on at first and second. That'll bring up Ferris Fain. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Evans is starting to fall apart. Mr. 6.52 ERA, not much of a surprise. 2-0 the count. That's fouled away, 2-1. I know ERA doesn't matter, but when your ERA is about 7, it kind of does. There's ball 4 again, and Evans has loaded him. He might come up next inning. I'm not taking him out. You know the thing that people say is Moses takes the ball, of course. You know the thing that they say in the crypto community or in whatever, the crazy stocks and all the, all the scam you out of your money stuff and all of that. They say hold, right? We want to hold on to everything. Well, we're holding on to Bill Evans right now. 2-0 the count. Don't care if he can't throw a strike. We're going to keep him in there. 3-0. And has low and outside ball 4. But am I going to sell? No, we're going to hold on to this stock. And there's the strike to Chapman, 0-1. There's a sinker low, 1-1. Pop up, and Wheeler's got that. 1 away, finally. There's finally an out. Evans has walked 3. Did strike out 2, though, so far. Let's hit over right center field. The center fielder, Mekovic, has that. The runner will score. And that makes this a 93 game. Evans, by the way, has thrown 10 1/3 innings so far in this replay, as opposed to 6 1/3 in real life. So those of you who care a lot about this sort of thing are going to completely roast me in the comments. Nelly Fox up there takes a strike and then a ball off the plate, 1-1. Fouled off his toe, 1-2. Right field, Philly's got that. We go to the bottom of the 6th. So 93 Athletics with the lead. Here comes Floyd Baker. Baker is 0 for 1 today. Takes a ball. He also walked. 1-1 the count on him. 2-1 as that's a little below, and that's hit over to left field, and Vallo's got that for the out, 1 away. Here is George Metkovich. George takes the ball, hit that big home run last time up. There's a strike to him. And there's another strike, 1-2, and there's a swing and a miss on the fastball, 2 away, and here comes Don Wheeler. And that's high, 1-0. That was fouled away into the tip of foul tipped into the mitt of Astra. I can't speak anywhere. 1-2 is the count on Wheeler. It's hit deep to left field. Vallo's got that for the out, and we go to the top of the 7th. And Evans will go back out there. I told you got to hold on to the stock. I like the stock. 2-0 the count here on Joe Astruth. And that's low, 3-0. And there's ball 4 that's off the plate. And so Astruth ends up walking. Here comes Joe Coleman. He walked before, and he takes the ball trying to bunt. Fouls 1 away, 1-1. Popped up, it's 1-2 on Joe. Off the plate, 2-2. It's bunted back to the mound, and Evans gets that, throws over to Kress, and Astruth moves up to second base. 1 away, here's Elmer Vallo. Takes a strike. That's hit deep to left. Rapp has that for the out, 2 gone. Eddie Juice now. Takes the ball low. And there's another ball inside, 2-0 the count. Juice has walked only 56 times this year. So Vallo and Juice, between the two of them, you expect them to be on base all the time, and it's 3-1 now on Juice, and he'll take ball 4 high and tight. I mean, you know what's going to come before it comes. So runners on first and second. Here comes Fain, who takes the ball. Ground ball between first and second. Kress, good play on that one. Throws over to first, but not quite in time, but he made a good play. He saved a run by making that one, and that brings up Wally Moses now with the bases loaded. There's a ball. Foul down the right field line, 1-1. That's fouled away again, 1-2. And Moses is hit. And I'm not so sure what to think about this. I mean, you're trailing by 7. I mean, I don't know. Moses is hit by this pitch. Maybe Evans is trying to send a message. The funny thing about this is that the speculation doesn't matter because Bill Evans is not going to continue pitching for the Chicago White Sox much longer. I mean, we're giving him like the time of his life here. Here's a ball to Sam Chapman, another one low. Has lined up the middle, and that's going to be a single that hit, who did that hit? That hit Evans, so that hit the pitcher in the knee, ends up over near the foul line on the left side. Baker grabbed that one. Everybody moves up a base, and Evans looks like he's still okay. He's had a hard time out there. 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, and I'm not taking him out because we want to get to his place in the lineup at the beginning of the next inning. 2-0 Majeski, 3-0. And there's ball 4, so that's 6 walks. It's 12-3. Fox fouls one back. That's low, 1-1. Low again. And there's a single left side, and that'll score a couple, and it's 14-3. And now a ball to Astruth and a bleeder for another base hit, and see if we can get this one at the plate. It's a bad throw by Rapp, unfortunately, and that allows the runners to move up 15-3 now. There's Joe Coleman again. 1-1 is the count on him. And that's a double for Coleman. Well, I think we probably have to do something now. This is getting to be a little bit ridiculous. So, unfortunately, it looks like what we'll end up having to do... I'm looking at the wrong team. There we go. What it looks like we'll end up having to do is we'll end up having to put in another catcher. I'm thinking Yankowski or Tipton. This is the one of those rare times where I feel like saying, tell me in the chat what you want me to do, but there's no chat. So, I mean, whatever. We'll put Yankowski in. There you go. And we'll have to take Don Wheeler out, which is really going to hurt the what little offense this team has. We'll put Clyde Schoen in because I'm reluctant to put in any of these potential starters because I don't know what the future holds for the White Sox, right? You can look, but you can't see scheduled pitchers, and I can't see, scheduled games. That's what I'd really like to see. Whatever. Somebody go email the Diamond Mine people. I'm too busy playing this game. 17-3 Athletics, and here's Elmer Valo who takes a strike. And a swing and a miss at that. It's 0-2. And there's a ball. 1-2. Fouled away. Still 1-2. And that's line to the gap and right. And that's another run scoring. So before you put all the blame on not making the move fast enough, keep that in mind. There's a ball to Eddie Juice. And another one up and in. 2-0. Is he going to take another walk? 3-0 is the count on Eddie. And there's ball 4. There you go. How many times has Juice walked today? I mean, this is just one of those kinds of games, right? So we'll go ahead and look this one up here in the middle. You have to look in secondary stats for... No, you do look in primary stats. Where are we? There we go. He's walked 4 times today. You get some guys who are 4 for 4, you think that's a great game. How about the guy who walked 4 times? And that's what Juiced is doing. He's still 1 for 2. That kind of game. Paris Fain takes the ball from Schoen. And that's inside and low, 2-0. Schoen doesn't know how to throw strikes either. 2-1 now the count. And that's into left field for a base hit. What did I tell you? What did I just tell you, right? It's not because I didn't change pitchers. 10 runs in this inning for the Athletics, 19-3. Here's Wally Moses, who takes a strike. It's fouled out of play, 0-2 on Moses. Ground ball under Michaels' glove. Make the play, Cass. Cass Michaels, one of the legends of the blog, legends of the channel, right? We've talked about this guy before. I did a lot of research on him, and he can't get his glove down to make the play. He's got a very good rating. Anyway, this is it's what you have here this evening. I know this will be shown in a morning time, but I'm recording this in the evening. This is sort of like the long confessions of the replayer as it all comes out. 20-3 Athletics is one of those games. Sam Chapman now takes the ball, and there's a ground ball back to the mound, and Schoen has it and throws to first. The veteran Schoen shows his veteran presence, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. And umpire's yelling at the White Sox dugout. I'd be yelling at the dugout too and say, what's wrong with you guys? Have you lost your minds? Michaels hits a ground ball over to Fain, flips it over to Joe Coleman for the first out, 1 away. George Yankowski now takes a strike. There's a ball high, 1-1. Low, 2-1. And that's fouled away, 2-2. Fouled away again. And there's called strike 3. You need to swing. 2 away. Here's Earl Rapp. Takes the ball inside, 1-0. That's popped up, and Chapman's got that for the out. And we go to the top of the 8th. So we're going to see more runs. What's the record? I think it's 20. Well, it was 26 for a while. I think it's in the 30s now. Didn't Texas score a whole bunch once? Majeski hits a ground ball over to Hancock. The shortstop throws to first for the out, one away. Wasn't there a Texas-Baltimore game a couple years back with 30-plus runs? So we might be a little ways away. 1-1 the count on Fox. Swinging and a miss. It's 1-2. That's fouled away again. 1-2 the count. And that hits Fox. And so the White Sox fans that remain here applaud as he gets up. I will have you note that the Athletics have scored 20 runs and only 13 hits, which is amazing. I mean, you talk about economy, value for your money, bang for your buck. They've got it right here. Joe Astruth now. It's one in the left field for a base hit. Fox stops at second, and here comes Joe Coleman, who will hit for himself. He'll bunt that one third base side. Why even bother bunting? It's a good play, by the way, by Baker, who threw it over to Hancock, covering over a third. So it's a good practice for the infield, but, I mean, what was that? And here comes Don White in for Elmer Vallo. Now it's garbage time. White takes the ball. There's another ball, 2-0. And there's a strike, 2-1. That's high, 3-1 on White. And that's bounced to the right side, and Kress has that flips over to the pitcher covering, and we go to the bottom of the eighth. 20-3 Athletics. Fane hits a line drive. Philly hits a line drive over to Fane. There's one away. Chuck Kress takes a strike. There's a bouncer in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Hopper off the plate. Astruth, the catcher, has that, throws to first for the out, 2 away. And here's Fred Hancock. What do you do when you play in a game like this, right? You've got to just ignore the score and just keep going, right? 1-2 the count on Fred Hancock, and there's a ground ball left side. Majeski, the third baseman, has that, throws to first. We go to the top of the ninth. 20-3, that's not that bad. Todd Davis now hits this deep to left. Rapp has it for the out, 1 away. Here's Ferris Fane. Ground ball third base. Baker throws to first, 2 away. Wally Moses takes a strike, and that's fouled away. 0-2. There's a ball, 1-2. 2-2 is the count. And it's fouled away. 2-2 remains. Ground ball, Michaels on to first, and we go to the bottom of the ninth. Floyd Baker will lead this off, and he takes a strike. So that's hit over to shallow right. Moses is there for the out, 1 away, and here comes Mekovich. Takes the ball. And a strike, 1-1. That's fouled off of Mekovich's foot, 1-2, and that's high, 2-2. Another foul ball, 2-2 remains, and that's inside and misses. Full count. A line drive over third, and that's a base hit, and that'll bring up Clyde Schoen. Well, I better pinch hit for him because this might be a rally. You never know. You might end up scoring 17 in this inning. You don't want to kill it by having a Schoen hit. Here's Bud Shocock, who's hitting 0.77, which means he's due. Swing and a miss, and that misses down and in. 1-1. Fouled away. 1-2 now on Bud. Ground ball up the middle. Fox flips over to Davis on to first, not in time. I tell you, that's a little bit, you can tell a little bit of a disappointment here. I kind of root for these Athletics to get more double plays. There's 2 men out now. You can't get one. 20-3. There's a ball high to Michaels. And that's hit to left. Foul. Man, Michaels, 2 home runs, does have some power, but hasn't had that much this season. And he hits a ground ball to Nelly Fox, who throws to first, and that does it. So the Athletics win this one 20-3. Really an impressive game for the Athletics, despite all of the sarcasm that I've had. Impressive display of power, and they are showing that they really belong in the American League picture. And you better watch out, because if Cleveland drops one, these Athletics suddenly would be, like a game and a half out of first. They're up there with the Yankees. And would you have thought the 49 Athletics would be pennant contenders? Here we are, June 8th. It might happen. You never know. Hope you're having a good day. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.